And you are also able to get back to the same inn you were in. However, it might not be the best idea to stick around in town with an artifact that is probably going to be questioned by people if they find it or see it.
Let's start making our way to the docks where we told Gutrid and where we're going to be at.
Gertrude, that is a little bit. That's basically a day's ride north.
All right, let's go. We'll get on our horses. Kane will get on his donkey.
All right, so you guys do make it back to your horses belonging to Crystal Ball, and you immediately ride out of the city before you are suspected of having done what you just did, which was a horrible act of terrorism.
Does it work like Highlander rules, where now that he's dead, I'm the top mage?
You do not absorb anything from him after killing him. And you also did not decapitate him. Cham just cut his butt cheek off.
By your logic, it should have been me, the top mage.
Technically, yeah, because you did murder him. All right, so he is definitely 100% dead. You guys have ridden north. So you're at this tiny little town. There's really not that much there. It's really just an inn and a couple of small little sheep farms, and that's about it. The town doesn't even have a name.
Well, we're going to name this place, and we're going to call it Funky Town.
So you have founded Funky Town. So now that you're all back there, Ishmael invites you into the inn. Apparently, both Malric and Houghton both realize that this inn is actually a thieves' fence. So that is why Ishmael has led you here. It is a safe house for members of the Thieves Guild, which you guys are both a part of.
Houghton pulls it out. Hey, anybody want to buy a doily?
There are 3 people inside. You're going to have to persuade them to see if anybody wants to buy it. So roll 3d20s.
Ew.
8, 7. Oh God, 8, 7, 4. All right, so the 4. The guy just says, "Hey, that looks like something me granny pooped on once."
That's not very nice, man.
The 7 and the 8 think about it, but ask about the price.
It can all be yours for the staggeringly low price of 50 gold pieces.
Both of them turn their noses up and tell you to fuck off.
All right. 25. Come on, man. 25 gold pieces.
10.
Come on, man. You're busting my balls here. All right, 20.
15.
17.
16 and a half.
16 3/4.
Deal.
All right, fine.
All right, you sold to the 8. 16 gold and 750 silver. All right, you do find the inn and you go inside along with the others. You, Ishmael, Houghton, Malric, and Kermit the Frog.
I want the biggest room you have.
There's 3 rooms downstairs. I'm getting the one with the gnome because he doesn't snore, and the rest of the humans can figure out what you want to do with the guest. You put the big one in a room by himself. He looks like he might hurt you.
Now that you say that, how is your back?
My back is bruised.
What, Ishmael? Who the fuck taught you how to sneak, man?
Look, we all have off days.
Let's keep for my ass. You'd be in custody right now.
All
right. So I'm
compensation.
He has your compensation. He has the crystal ball. Now let's get this over with. We need the little mage for this though. He's going to need to put magic into the ball in order to make it work.
So I'm talking to the innkeeper for the biggest room they have.
There are only 3 rooms. You will get the biggest. Since you're Thieves Guild members, you don't have to pay for them. You can just go down and use. There's a big room and 2 medium rooms.
Let's all meet up in my room, in the big room.
All right. So is everybody going to go with him down into the big room?
Yep.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
So everybody goes down. You are now in the big room. The door is closed. And Sam, I'm assuming you bring out the crystal ball.
Well, I'm like ushering freaking Malric to like block the door just in case.
I was exactly thinking of that. I'm gonna like lean near the door's lock so no one can peek inside.
And I'm gonna sit on my bed. I'm gonna pull out the crystal.
Okay, you pull out the crystal ball. Ishmael says that you have to let Kane touch it in order to charge it with magic.
Touch my big blue ball.
That's scary.
Kane, you're gonna have to roll intelligence.
Wait, first, was that staff I gave him better than the one he had?
Oh, thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, so we're gonna find out. Oh, it is not better by a long shot. You actually accidentally lifted a prime replica staff of an older staff. He basically uses that one for special occasions and things like that when he has to go out in public, that sort of thing. It doesn't actually have any magical properties. It's just a stick.
I'll add it to my collection. I have like 3 of those. So
you have a broken yardstick and like a tree branch, and your sword with the brick attached. So you guys you still are back at the crystal ball.
magic.
Okay, yeah, you little tiny electrical bolts flow out, and you charge the crystal ball with your magic. It is now appears a face in the crystal ball. It looks like kind of an Ashiel elf face that's made out of like greenish-looking clouds. And it asks you, "What would you like to see?"
Big titties.
I concur, big titties.
I will show you big titties as requested. You now see a massive stack of jugs sitting in front of you. You don't know whose they are, but you're watching.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I fist bump freaking Malric.
You guys want to ask it anything else before we get to the business?
Show me the secrets of magic!
The crystal ball shows you an image of a copy of a book called The Secrets of Magic. It is a book titled The Secrets of Magic. It is sitting on a table somewhere, you don't know where.
Show me Bob's and Vagine.
Boobs and vagina, okay. It is questioning your use of grammar, however, it knows what your intent is. It shows you more boobs and vagina. It is getting sick of this.
Ishmael, come on.
Crystal ball, where is the staff of reality? Show me its location. The crystal ball shifts around, and it shows you a map of the entire Calgar and Imperial continent. It then pinpoints a small section on that map that appears to be in an area known as No Man's Land. It's not terribly far away. It's maybe 2 or 3 weeks' ride from where you are now. And then it shows what looks to be an imprint in the ground similar to a building imprint that goes down deep, but you don't understand why. It's in the desert, it's in sand. This is the location of where the staff is.
Where is the location of the Dragon Slayer Greatsword?
Funny you should mention that. So before I get to what Cham was talking about, which is going to lead me into the next section of your campaign, I am going to also, the crystal ball is not done showing you the location of the staff, because after it shows the outline of what appears to be a large building, you then go what appears to be inside a building through a tunnel that goes down into the earth, and once you get down into the earth, then you find what appears to be a doorway that leads into a room. Now that doorway is being pointed out as the staff is behind that doorway. But it also points out that there is something terrible there. There is something powerful there. With that, the crystal ball actually fractures in the center, and smoke appears to rise from it. Ishmael rubs his chin and says he was kind of afraid of that, since, it could have had a magical seal on it, so by showing it to him, the crystal ball actually basically committed suicide.
So all this work, Ishmael, for nothing?
No.
This shit didn't show us anything.
It showed us the exact location.
I gotta
We ride to the location and find it, but if what it said is true, you guys are going to need to upgrade.
What do you mean by upgrade, man? Get like
I have-
a haircut or something?
That's something a little bit more fun than a haircut. I have 4 different contracts. I was planning on going around and getting these items later to see if maybe I could sell them off to the highest bidder, similar to what we're doing now, but to a lesser degree. Something I can handle by myself, maybe. But I got 4 things, but these 4 things could help us. I think each one of them could fit you guys pretty well. He hands each one of you a letter, and he says, if you follow those directions, you'll be able to find something that might give us an edge when we have to face whatever the hell's behind that door. In the meantime, I'm going to track down what's going on, and I'm going to meet you at Arrowhead Point.
Sounds
All right.
like a plan, man.
Ishmael nods and says to stay as long as you want. The bartender is a personal friend of his and will take care of them a little bit better than maybe they would normal people. All right, so each one of you guys now has your own individual letter.
I'm cracking mine open.
Same.
All right, so all of you guys are going to open your letters. So first, we're going to go.
I got
with-
accepted into Hogwarts.
You were already there. So Velnos, you're going to be the first one. So basically, what you've learned is that there is a town to the north known as Pondar. And that town apparently has a very, very high-end suit of thief armor that is extremely durable and also lightweight, and it also gives the user unseen shadow powers, according to what it says in the letter. You don't know exactly where it is in Pondar, but you do have a recommendation in there of a fence that is in town. His name is Simmons. He's gonna be the contact in the town that you're gonna get in contact with to see if you can try and find out where this armor is. So Velnos, that is your specific one. Hoden, you have information for Arrow's Point, which is actually where you're going to also meet with Ishmael later. And basically, there is a crossbow artifact that is there. It is a crossbow that is of mythical legend that is supposedly able to take down any enemy or be used against any enemy effectively. And there's not much other information than that other than where it's located, which is roughly outside of town in a local area of Old Cavern. Now, Cham, you have word that there is in the town of Greyforge, which is to the west, there's a dwarf battlemaster named Quaid, and he is basically in possession of an item known as the Death Blade. The Death Blade is perceived to be a massive, unholy sword that is able to cleave through most other things, including dragons.
It was too big, too thick to be a sword. It looked like a big hunk of steel.
Yep.
Iron, you fucking
Basically. And
Longtron.
it's being wielded by a dwarf.
Sounds about right.
And then Kane, you have been told about a competition in the town of Villorn. That is, I believe, to the northeast. And basically, whoever wins that competition gets a special mage staff with a very powerful magical ability. Villorn is a town entirely inhabited by mages.
Hey,
You
man.
guys are going to have to decide who wants to do what first. So if you're going to go in order, if you're going to... Greyforge is actually the furthest away from where you need to go.
Yeah, so it would be Arrow Point, Pondar, Vilhorn, then Greyforge. Or we could do the opposite. We could do Greyforge, Vilhorn, Pondar, and then Arrow's Point.
I was going to say, because Ishmael is going to be waiting for you near Arrow's Point anyway.
Yeah, then let's go for Greyforge first, then Vilhorn, Pondar, and so on and so forth.
Alright, so Cham, it looks like we're going to go get your stuff first. So you guys can travel there from Spellweaver Academy. Alright, it's going to be probably about a week's ride to get to Greyforge. Alright, so again, that's going to be about a week, so I got to roll d20 to see if you guys get some random encounters. You come in contact, as you're driving up the road, you see a man who appears to be trying to fix a wheel on his wagon. It appears that the original wheel has broken, the pieces of it are off to the side, and he has the wagon up on a stone to try and change the wheel, although it doesn't appear to be going very well.
As we ride past him, I'm going to decapitate him.
Roll for attack.
It shouldn't be an attack opportunity because he doesn't know it.
It will be an attack of opportunity, yes, so you'll get plus... You get a +6. So it is an attack of opportunity. He is not wearing armor, and he is not aware of you, so I'm going to say that hits.
Am I evil for this?
Depends on what you roll. You rolled a 9. Okay, he had 7 life, so he's dead. You killed him. There's nobody around. It was literally just him. The horses on the carriage, however, are spooked and proceed to shake off their shackles and run away after you have decapitated their owner, leaving the cart behind. Okay, do you want to raid the cart?
You guys want to raid the cart?
Sure.
Not really.
Oh, I mean, we still have our cart that's hooked up to fucking Kane's donkey.
You got to roll to search. Okay, you are all right. So you find inside of the trailer a lot of what looks like beddings, clothing, nothing too out of the ordinary. You also find a note that is hidden under the front seat.
I'm opening it up.
You open up the note. Inside the note, it appears to be from the brother of the man that you just murdered. It says, "Thank you, brother, for taking over at my inn in town while I'm off with the army stationed out on the Imperial Calgar border. Don't worry about anything. The people working there know what they're doing. All you need to do is make sure that bedding gets there in time so that we can get everything ready for the reopening. Thank you so much, brother. Love, your brother, Arthur." That was a whole side quest you just fucking ended. Okay, so I hope you feel good about yourself. You guys are going to continue on without incident because I don't need more of that. So you guys make it to Greyforge after about a week of riding, and you find that it's this entire industrial complex. It's this huge place where all these dwarves, it's a massive mining operation. It's where the entirety of Calgar gets their metals from, almost all of their metals. Silver, iron, copper, brass, there's mines for everything there. It's a massive area, and it's basically run almost entirely by dwarves. See that all of these complexes, there are metal traders there. It appears there's a lot of people that are looking at various stuff from the mines to see if they want to buy it, prospectors, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna open. This is my side quest, right?
Yes. No, you're looking for Quaid.
Ask around about a man named Quaid.
All right, you go up to the first dwarf that you see, and you ask him about Quaid. He's, "Hey, you don't know Quaid? He lives up in the mountains. all alone by himself. Brooding warrior, that kind of thing, you know. I always thought it was a pussy thing, but the way he swings that sword, lad.
Is there any other information you can give to me?
There have been many men that have gone up there to face him, and not one has come back victorious. He says if anybody can beat him, he'll give him their sword.
Awesome, thank you. And I fucking flick him a fucking 1 gold.
Aye, thank you, laddie.
I'm gonna make my way up to Quaid.
Alright, the old man points to the top of a nearby mountain and said his house is near the top of that. You're going to need to roll for dexterity and strength to make it up the mountain. Ooh. Okay, dexterity and strength. You make it up like about 10 to 15 feet before you pull yourself up onto a small plateau to rest. You look back at your progress and you see that you've only gone up about 10 to 15 feet and you are not impressed with yourself. Everybody else is waving at you from below, by the way.
Alright, let's do this again. Oh.
You climb better this time, much better, and you're able to get up close to the top. You are able to pull yourself up finally over the edge, although you appear to be physically exhausted from the climb. You have literally climbed probably about 60 to 70 feet with your bare hands. You pull yourself up and you're kind of just lying on the cliff face. Everybody else just kind of watched you do this because nobody else felt like climbing up a mountain today.
Well, while I'm like gasping for air, I'm gonna drink some of my ale.
Cham, you have pulled yourself up onto the ledge. As you do so, a dwarf with a big red beard and wearing nothing but a pair of exercise trousers and a set of gauntlets comes out of the main building. It looks like he's been working on the inside. He's trying to build up his house a little bit. Hi, who are you, laddie?
I'm here for Quaid.
I be Quaid, laddie. It's another challenger for the Death Blade.
I am getting that fucking sword.
You can't even get your breath.
Here, you want some of this ale?
Aye, laddie.
Here, have some ale.
He takes some ale from you and then gives it back to you and says thank you. He'll wait until you catch your breath before he beats the living shit out of you.
I'll take some ale as well.
Okay, you each take some ale. I'm not gonna have you roll Constitution saves because of what you're about to do.
I'm gonna bust out my bong and weed. You want a hit of this?
Nah, laddie. Come on, get your dukes up.
Oh, fuck it. Alright, so I get up.
Alright, he goes back behind his house. When he comes back, he comes back with a massive fucking sword that's like 3 times as big as him. It is fucking ungodly. It is literally the Dragon Slayer from Berserk. It is a fucking monster.
That's for initiative, so.
That's for initiative? Alright, well, he's gonna roll initiative. He rolls a 5, so you will go first. Alright, so both of those will hit. Alright, so that's 12 damage to him, so he's kind of battered up, but he's still ready to fight, so he's gonna come back now, and he misses entirely. You also missed that. That hits. Alright, so you rolled 2d10 for damage, so that's another 9, so he's pretty battered right now. He's on the verge, but he's gonna keep going. He still has probably, like a third of his health at least. That one's gonna hit. So yeah, you can take 19 damage, but you're still kicking, right? You still got some left.
Both attacks.
The first attack will hit. The second attack misses. So it'll be the 5. So yeah, so you hit him for another 5 damage, which knocks him back a little bit. So he's definitely pretty damaged now. He's on the home stretch, but he has still enough left in him to attack. Oh, that's good.
Oh god.
Bye, Cham.
Cham's gonna die.
That's 15. How much health do you have?
Oh, buddy. Okay.
How much health?
I'm on 1.
All right, you got your last chance here to attack. The 15 will hit, and that's a 5. So that he's down really far too. He's only got a couple HP left. So this might be his final one.
Oh,
that unfortunately will hit.
Even with the armor class of 4?
All right, I'm gonna give you a chance to dodge. You do have a reactionary dodge, and you manage to get out of the way. He slams the sword into the ground and cracks the earth. You missed on both of them. Oh my god.
you're dead,
Oh
Cham.
my god, okay. So he winds up with the sword, and right before it's about to contact your face, he stops and brings it back and then tosses you a strong healing potion, and he says, "Good job, boy. Come back another time. Maybe you can get the sword." He then walks behind the house, deposits the sword, and goes back inside to continue working.
I'm taking the potion, I guess.
6.
6.
All
But
right.
I'm going to sleep pretty much right there.
Okay, so you're gonna sleep right there. So everybody else is still down below, by the way. So you guys can do whatever you want while he's up there fucking around.
I'm going to try and find a way up the mountain.
To where he is.
I'm gonna keep watching because it makes me laugh when Chan gets hurt.
Look, I'm gonna try and climb.
You fail. You climb a little ways up the mountain, but you inevitably have to stop because you're getting too tired.
I'm gonna camp right here.
On the side of a cliff.
Yes.
That's not possible.
Fine, I'll keep climbing.
Alright, I'll say that gets you pretty much the rest of the way. Roll one last roll to pull yourself up onto the same cliff as Jam. You try to pull yourself up, but at the last second, your hands let go, and you fall about 5 feet down to the rock face below and land on your back. Take 2 HP damage.
Fuck.
However, you are still close to the top of the cliff, so you've somewhat achieved your goal. Kane and Rocco, what are you going to do while you're watching him just fiddle around on the side of a mountain?
Just gonna watch him fiddle around on the side of the mountain. Like, Hoden's gonna pull out some of his green dragon and just start puffing away.
Constitution save.
Hey, dude, give me some of that.
Man, you know how this deal goes. This stuff ain't.
How much, you cheap bastard?
You know the deal. It's 15 silver pieces per G.
Give me 3.
45 silver.
I can live with that loss.
Alright, you successfully sold drugs.
I'm gonna line up too. Toka.
Alright, both of you roll Constitution saves. Oh, Kane, you're obliterated. You're gone. You're out. Alright, so you rolled a 19, so yeah, you're nice and buzzed, but you're not, like, overly buzzed. And a dwarf walks up next to you who has a brown beard and a brown crew cut. He looks like he's in some sort of a foreman's uniform, and he's looking up at Velnos climbing the side of the mountain. Hey, your friends are a little off, aren't they, lad?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, laddie? Would you be interested in some work, lad?
It depends on the kind of work, man. I don't like that physical labor shit, though. Like that mining and hammering and blacksmithing crap y'all do. Nah, keep me out of that shit.
Well, we don't. We kind of have a special problem. We figured maybe some of your boys could help us out with as soon as your big fella up there stopped getting his ass kicked. We got a problem in the main shaft of the mine. Apparently down below they're saying that they've discovered a creature down there. Took out a couple of miners. Not really sure what it is, but it's big and it can tunnel. We'd be paying you handsomely for killing it.
What's the pay?
1,000 gold.
Oh, now you're speaking my language, little man.
Plus some free smithing at no cost.
Yeah. I think you and I can make a team there, sir. I'm gonna run it by my mate.
Fair enough there, lad. I'm the foreman. I'll be in the foreman's quarters near the quarry. You'll see it. It's marked with a nice big blue flag. My name is Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, we now have a white dwarf named Samuel L. Jackson.
So he said he'll meet you there to talk about that whenever your guys are all set. So now the sun is starting to go down. So Kane is passed out. Velnos is passed out. Cham is passed out. Rocker, you are the only one awake.
Well, if it's getting like close to nighttime, he's just gonna go to sleep.
All right, so you guys are going to sleep until the next day.